Hello, I'm Ari.
I'm Nick.
And stop feeding me lunch from Monster Inc. It pisses me off.
I don't get it. I never get your jokes.
Welcome to episode 40 of Pose. That's right, boys. We've done it. We've come so far. This is a big milestone.
Come so far.
We've been doing this almost 5 years. Yeah, but so anyway.
Yeah, so make sure to hit that gas pedal, and by that I mean the dislike button.
Yes, wait, no.
Or stay safe and hit that brake.
We're back from our road trip. It ended, it's over. Every video that we made for it has come out, I think. And it was good. What'd you think, boys, of the road trip?
The road trip. Oh, it's been so long. I have to say, night moves. Don't we have like a bunch of footage from the road trip? We're gonna post that in some for your fashion. Is that coming out before this?
Is it coming out in this?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Everybody, road trip. There it is.
I remember those night moves.
That was pretty good.
Footage.
That was some pretty good footage. Thanks, Nick. The road trip was fun. There was a lot of people, a little bit of comfort, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, we went all over the place. We went up to Yosemite, and then we went to Tahoe, and then we went to Lassen, and then Crater.
Don't forget,
and we went
the
to
Redwood.
Yeah, and also
San Jose.
To Anna.
Yeah,
No.
we enjoyed it. It was fun, and some videos were made, and now we're back here at this place where this is probably the final time that there's gonna be a background change in Pone.
I feel pee.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, what we were talking about.
Yeah, so the road trip was
You do
good.
realize we cut in these videos, right, Ari?
At the very end of our road trip, we ended up in San Leandro, California. It's in the Bay Area. It's a pretty good city. And there, we had an apartment so that we could spend our final day on the road in luxury instead of a tent. And there, at the place, we watched a film that I'm very excited to talk about. Chronicles of Crowman, Case of the Crooked California Nazis.
Yeah.
Wesley, what did you think of Evan Ramirez's feature film?
Oh my god, no. George Lucas?
Nick, I thought this movie would be so bad that it's funny.
Yeah.
No.
It's just bad.
What the fuck was that?
The Crystal Shadow in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And see countless sequels.
I will say, it gets better with every watch. I hated it the first time. I thought it was funnier the second time. I loved it this time.
Okay. Maybe I gotta see it again, but that shit wasn't even funny.
You laughed at times.
At times. The thing is that I can't tell what he thinks is funny and what just is.
There's an art to it, I think. But anyway, no, of course, we're not talking about Evan's film because Ari hasn't seen it. We're talking about
Isaac's film.
Yes, Who Killed Captain Alex? Let me just talk about how I learned about this movie. I watch a channel called I Hate Everything.
Good Mythical Morning.
He does a series where he is on a quest to find the worst movie in the world. And he's gone through every single movie in the 100 bottom IMDb movies and he watches them and he's like, this is bad, this is worse than this is worse than this, right? And then sometimes he'll pull a different movie that's not on the list. He brought up this movie, Who Killed Captain Alex, right? It came out in 2007. The trailer was huge on YouTube.
Ramon Film Productions presents the best of the best movies.
And then they posted the full video to YouTube, the full film, right? So as soon as I finished this review, I'm like, oh god, I gotta watch this. This looks amazing. I watched it, I loved it. I loved it so much, I said, Lucan, Steven, both of you, right now, get on your computers. We're starting this movie all at the same time, and we had a call through the whole time. It was amazing, it was fantastic. And then I watched it again by myself, and then I said, you know what, Wes? You gotta see this movie. I purchased this. This was my graduation present to myself. I waited until I could get everyone together, and the day before we left, we got Wes, we got Steven, we got myself, we got Brittany, we got Ben Blackstone, we got Tanner. We all sat down on Wes's couch and we watched Who Killed Captain Alex. Wesley, what did you think of this film?
It's amazing.
What?
It's an amazing movie.
Your first time seeing it was Wes's second time seeing it.
Oh! Okay, I was so confused.
Now, I have recordings of both on my phone, and I can play some highlights from both. There was definitely a lot more laughter on the first watching because we hadn't been on a 10-day road trip and it wasn't, you know,
Like
11 o'clock at night.
yeah.
I think it's good Wes watched it the first time.
Yeah.
Because if you had watched it the first time on that last night, I would have probably cried that no one liked the movie.
Not him. Him. And shouting temper.
I was really worried that you'd think it was too stupid, and it is just the right amount of stupid.
It's just the right amount of stupid.
I love this movie.
The helicopter.
The passion. So, Wes, I don't even know where to begin. Like,
I don't
how
know
do
where
you
to
even
begin
talk
at all.
about this movie? You know? I'm gonna actually put it on screen there. I don't know.
I would say something controversial.
Yeah.
I'd say it is not a good movie, but the video Joker makes it a great movie. Like, within itself.
Exactly.
Within itself, it's not a good
It's
movie.
one of those things. We should talk about what a video joker is, what a VJ is.
Okay, so there's something called a DJ, which is a disc jockey.
Dick jockey.
Obviously, you think, oh, well, why isn't there a VJ? Well, there is. So if there's a video jockey, which is something that they do in Uganda, then this guy is a video joker who makes jokes over the movie. So it's basically Mystery Science
in the old
Theater
days of
3000.
film, they didn't have film scores. Before they had recorded sound, they had live orchestras, right? And occasionally, it wasn't very common, but occasionally theaters would employ someone who their job is basically just to say what the movie is, right? And they're like, yes, and here we see Buster Keaton doing this, you know? For whatever reason, Uganda got that message and was like, this is how we make movies, right?
Yes, okay. This is VJ Emmy, live in the studios from Wakariwood, Uganda.
I will say, the VJ in this makes the movie entirely and not be playing clips throughout.
This is how we enjoy movies in Uganda. Now, Captain Alex, the musical.
Because because all the things that we quote from this movie is not the actual dialogue.
That's my wife! Get off my wife! Wife? I thought that is a god!
I don't think Joey was that big a fan. He's like, I'm glad I watched it. I appreciate that we watched that, but I will never watch it again. Chris and Kyle, I think, loved it. Chris especially thought it was the funniest thing ever. Ari, I was worried, was like, okay, why'd you make me watch that?
I loved it.
I later found out.
I watched it again. I loved it. I loved it the first time, and I loved it the second time. There's so much dialogue that happens. It's just hilarious, and a lot of the plot and the scenes are really funny. The fact that Tiger Mafia is an organization and also a person at the same time. It just makes it so funny.
So I think we can try and go through the plot of this film, and I'll add in.
So they hire Captain Alex to take this ragtag, military team.
Yeah,
So that's the mafia. Tiger Mafia.
No.
He doesn't work for the Tiger Mafia.
The military is there at first.
Yeah, they hire Captain Alex to lead the team to take down the Tiger Mafia.
Yeah.
Over here, I want dancing girls. Beautiful girls.
And so they have just arrived at a camp somewhere, right? And there's a fight in a bar. That honestly, I don't know why it happens other than to show us, maybe there is some minor good filmmaking here because I believe this scene is in this movie to show us that Captain Alex is a good leader. He takes control of the situation, and then we learn about Tiger Mafia.
Tiger Mafia. The most deadliest gang in Uganda.
So Tiger Mafia is, as Ari says, an organization and a person. I don't know what they do. It's never clear.
They're the mafia.
Maybe drugs, maybe guns. I honestly have no clue. And this ragtag group has to take on Tiger Mafia. So there's a big action scene. And the action scenes in this movie are insane. They're
good.
amazing.
They're good.
They're good.
If not
the kung
technical
fu scene with Bruce Yu is amazing.
If not the technical quality of the film, then the martial arts within this movie are actually very, very good. They know what they're doing.
Because in the behind-the-scenes footage, they show this guy who just watches a bunch of martial arts movies and teaches all these little kids how to do it.
Wears a fake Fu Manchu mustache.
One of my favorite parts is where I don't know who it is. I think it was Bruce Yu.
Yeah.
And this is the person's head. He goes and he his feet on the other side of his head. He goes, yeah.
Yeah, he jumps up, grabs a log, and Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves. the video joker or whatever his name is, VJ Emmy. We're not sure how this works. If it's like his first time watching, or if he has like a script, or we have no idea. I think he's just saying stuff.
Marvelous. He does not listen to bad news. Time to bring in super soldiers. Another mafia on the mission. Dinosaurs.
It's like Lucan. You know, Lucan doesn't make the movies, but he's always there. He's always there on the day of filming. Lucan's very helpful. Don't you worry.
He calls you when
Yeah,
you
he
try to
calls you
record
when
a
you're trying to
poem.
record a poem. Don't even worry about that. It's
Whenever you call him
unimportant.
back.
Yeah. The VJ will, during these action scenes, like stop narrating the plot and just start going, movie, movie, movie!
Yeah, that's the best part.
Movie. Tough commandos on the mission. Everybody in Uganda knows Kung Fu. The movie's on. The movie's on. Mamma mia. He knows the way. Movie, 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 movie. Oh no.
So funny.
Super packed action!
Tiger Mafia. Super kicker. What's happening?
I love the laugh. Just the action is on. The action is on.
Super
It's
kicker.
fantastic.
Watch the movie. The movie is happening.
And then I'll just say, you are watching Who Killed Count.
Yeah,
For those of you who have just
first
teamed
action
up.
pack.
And so, Tiger Mafia, they have a bit of a fight, some stuff happens. We're introduced to the Russian
Mercenary.
mercenary.
And Puffs.
Yeah, and Puffs,
Yeah.
two great characters.
And the girl that dies and then
Yeah.
just comes back.
So Tiger
in the
Mafia
lake.
watches TV and finds out about the attack and gets so mad that he kills his wife, I think.
No, okay.
Is that what happens?
Okay, so what happens, right? So apparently they lost Tiger Mafia's brother in this encounter, right? Tiger Mafia lost, like the organization lost their leader's brother, and they don't tell Tiger Mafia. Tiger Mafia finds out while watching the news. So he goes back to the rest of the organization, and he yells at Puffs and everyone. He doesn't shoot his girlfriend.
Because-
it's after the news.
I think it's because she is like, oh no, you're fine. And he's like, don't tell me I'm fine. I'm my brother.
Yeah, the
And
news.
it's
They
is
only
the
have-
most-
He said, I only have one brother. I have many wives.
yeah.
Who's the bitch? You.
And then shoots her.
Oh, that's right. They kill his brother. Is part of the conflict.
No,
Like,
they
in
have
that-
captured him, right? They kill him.
I think they kill him, don't they?
I don't think he ever shows up in the movie, but they say that.
That's
No,
true,
it's
yeah.
captured. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So meanwhile, at Captain Alex's camp, they've set up for the night. They're all having fun.
Right.
Oh, no, no,
and
no, no.
one of the Tiger Mafia people is supposed to kill him.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
His girlfriend.
Yeah.
Captain Alex's girlfriend is in cahoots with Tiger Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tiger Mafia person tells her to kill. No, to capture Captain Alex because they want Captain Alex alive.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Tiger
Meanwhile,
Mafia wants Tiger
like,
Mafia
a
alive.
A different mafia or
sect
something
of
of the
Tiger
Tiger Mafia is
Mafia.
also trying to kill him that night.
No, that's never established. They're just trying to steal him as well. There's the woman, there's the other Tiger Mafia.
Right,
people.
okay,
They're trying to
yeah.
steal Captain
Okay, I was
Alex.
under the impression they're supposed to kill him.
Okay. But
yeah.
anyway, but neither of them are the ones who kill him.
Yeah. He
Because
gets
the shot
shot
comes
through
from
the
a
tent.
different direction
Yeah.
while his pants are off.
Yeah.
Please say something. Where are your clothes?
Why are you naked? Where are your clothes? Okay, so Captain Alex is killed, and Captain Alex's brother finds out about this, and they call him Bruce Yu. He is Ugandan Bruce Lee, and he goes to like his dojo or whatever, and just starts beating up his friends.
Action-packed movie.
Until his like master comes out and is like, stop, I won't help you, and he goes, okay, bye.
And then he goes
Yeah.
to train by
Kung
a lake.
Fu's not about
No, he goes to Hotel Kampala, which is like a hammock on the highest branch of a tree.
Hotel Kampala.
Yep.
And he keeps fishing for these like
Yeah.
weird ass tiny fish, and he
Yeah.
cooks himself.
He goes to make the fish and then finds Tiger Mafia's wife, who was shot earlier, just in a bush.
Yeah.
Like, in the
He
middle
doesn't give it a
of
second
nowhere.
thought.
And she's still alive. And she's like, oh.
And somehow getting shot in the shoulder just gave her like amnesia or something.
Yeah.
Simanyi.
She doesn't do anything for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Except for there's the best scene when he catches the fish.
I'm so hungry.
Ngenda nkikalirire.
What the fuck?
And it zooms in on him, and then the VJ Emmy just goes, "What the fuck?"
That is by far the line I reference the most out of this film. Me and Steven will just, out of nowhere, whenever something just stupid happens, we just go, "What the fuck?"
Finally, I get to eat. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
It's so good.
Like, it's not even in the movie.
Like the comedic timing, but like even without that.
Yeah, it's once it zoom in, like,
I'm picturing
it
watching this movie without the VJ, and it's literally
That would be
just,
hilarious.
"Can I have this one too?" And he just goes, and it zooms in to something else.
I want to analyze this scene. I want film professors
Frame
to
by
tell me.
frame.
Yeah.
I'll do an every frame of painting on it. I'll do a parody
Of course,
video.
of course.
They find a news crew just in the city,
Oh yeah.
and they take the news crew on. It's like, "Start filming us," and it's like this big VHS camcorder that's not plugged into anything. And Tiger Mafia starts shouting random stuff. Who even knows what he's saying at this point? I don't
No,
remember.
he's complaining about his like brother.
When you watch this for the first time, it's like, oh, the mystery of what happened to Captain Alex. Like, you think it's gonna be a mystery. So I assume, like, what is your thought process watching this? You're like, oh, it's gonna be a mystery movie now. Like, they're gonna solve who killed him.
No,
To be
yeah,
honest,
like-
I also forgot that Captain Alex was the person who died.
It's not necessary because it doesn't start the conflict. They're fighting the Tiger Mafia at the beginning, and then it just stays like that.
Yeah.
It just, they switch out Captain Alex for Bruce Yu. What's gonna be the plot twist?
Like, that's what I thought, right, when I was watching it. And you go through the whole thing, and it just never comes up again. You know?
Anyways, let's try to get through the rest of the summary. So I think after that's when the helicopter is stolen.
Yes, and
Okay.
they blow up a city to make a distraction.
Yeah. There's the flashback where
Oh,
the
yes.
wife is talking to Bruce Yu about being in the Tiger Mafia, right? And it's like, it fades with like this big white heart.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Uganda.
BJ Amiel is on the mic. He's all like, "This is how love is in Uganda," and she's straight. She's like, "Well," and then Tiger Mafia goes, he's like, "You marry me or you die," and then white's vignette heart
This
fades
is how
over.
love is in Uganda.
She was caught watching Nigerian movies.
I've seen some Nigerian movies. Those are also very weird. Imagine this with a budget. Like, that's what those are.
Oh,
It's
no.
very weird.
The Ugandan military and Bruce Yu go to try to infiltrate
Yeah.
Tiger Mafia. I don't remember what happens.
There's
in the end.
a great scene
Fight
where the
scene.
guy is like preparing them for battle, and he's like, "I know none of you are listening. Just pretend to listen. Let me show you the plan." And they just like dive through the forest over and over. I don't even know if they're like fighting the Tiger Mafia, but they're shooting everywhere. This guy's
Oh,
flying
that's so
around
good.
in a helicopter, just shooting
A
things.
JPEG of a helicopter.
Yeah, like a JPEG of a helicopter that fires backwards. During the fighting scene where he slams his legs together like that near the end, like after Bruce Yu has found the Tiger Mafia. It's my favorite shot in the whole film, where the helicopter just like descends on the building and smashes
Yes.
the roof.
The military is here.
Just so much violence and action and super packed action. I honestly don't know how the movie ends.
I
We've seen it
forgot.
5
I don't
times.
remember how it ends.
And so I'm always surprised what happens at the end. I never
Well,
remember.
Mercenary and Puffs all die, I believe.
Yeah, everyone dies,
The
but
chase.
like I don't know if
They
Tiger
catch him.
Mafia-
They catch him.
They catch him. Okay.
I forget what happens to him at the end.
Yeah.
Though.
And then there's just footage of the Ugandan Civil War.
That the director like had to escape from.
Yeah, so the director of the movie as a youth, he and his brother were caught in the middle of the Ugandan Civil War. There was a time where they were chased by a helicopter that, for whatever reason, helicopters in Uganda fire backwards. So this helicopter is flying at them and they have to stay in front of it so that it can't shoot backwards and kill them. Like, that's insane, right?
Yeah.
And that's the type of environment where they're making this movie. I don't think we talked about how amazing it is that this movie exists.
Oh yeah, they don't have like access to clean drinking water, so they use
Yeah.
leftover water that they use to paint the set.
Yeah, they are in the slums of Uganda. They are in Wakalia, which is one of the worst
Oh, they freaking
slums
edited the
of
movie.
Kampala.
Yeah, he built his own computer.
Yeah, he built his own computer to. We watched After we finished the movie, we also watched the Kickstarter.
What the hell? Help us, God! Jesus Kung Fu!
And we watched the trailer for it. The trailer is also insane. It just starts making noise. And it's like, what is happening? Oh my god, what am I watching? You know, it's insane.
One thing I do want to say is that what made me really happy at the end is one of my favorite characters is Puffs. And at the end, I realized Puffs is credited as Puffs.
Also, we also forgot the fact that this movie ends with literally nothing. Like, it's just the TV footage of the Ugandan Civil War. Something happens, and they goes, but who killed Captain Alex? Thank you for watching. And then the credits start, and there's this music, and he goes, wait, where are you going? We have other movies. And
Oh, yeah.
advertises all the other
Ebola.
Bad Brack, crazy people, rescue team, Juba the snake girl, eaten alive, Bukunja the myth cannibal. Teba 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 tu sasusula. Teba tu sasula. Ebola.
Ebola.
That was so funny.
Plan 9 from Uganda. This movie's a lie.
Ari, I don't
No.
think you remember
I think we covered
time
it all.
out the Kickstarter.
Basically, this white guy from Manhattan
Yeah, watched like 10 seconds. of
watched the trailer on YouTube and was like, fuck, I am buying a one-way ticket to Uganda. So,
He said he sold his house too,
Yeah.
so like there's not even a backup plan.
yeah, no.
So I sold everything I had, left my apartment in Manhattan, and I moved into Hollywood.
This man is probably pretty rich to own a place in Manhattan and then just gives it all up so then he can make movies in Uganda with this guy.
Okay, Isaac, how many films have you produced?
I think there are over 40 movies.
40 feature-length movies.
Yeah. They are loved here, very much loved.
I love this movie with all my heart. It's fantastic that this film exists because it reminds me of us making shitty little videos in the woods. Which sketch?
The new one.
The new one? The one that's coming out the day after this video?
If this guy had the resources, he could probably make a great movie.
I said in the Toy Story video, I said last episode, is this the best movie we've ever watched for Pwn? I'm gonna have to extend that question again. Out of all of the films we've ever watched, the fact that this thing made in a slum for $300 that somehow wound up on a DVD and in our possession, it's hard to make a movie. We would know. A hot lead is I change my opinion on a hot lead from time to time. Right now I'm of the opinion that it's good.
I think it's great.
Dawn of the Damned, having seen it myself a couple times,
Oh,
partially.
interesting.
No one else
Seen
has.
this movie that doesn't exist.
I mean, what? There's no Dawn of the
Interesting.
Damned. But like, there are scenes in Dawn of the Damned where I watch them, and it reminds me of this movie. Like the climax in the forest,
Yeah.
like that is just
It
this.
is, the climax of the forest in this, of course.
The climax in A Hot Lead is even reminiscent of that, and the hostage. The hostage is probably closer to this movie than anything else because it's just stupid stuff happens, and it's like, why? I love this movie. I'm glad that you loved it. Does anyone else have anything to say so that it's not just me gushing over this movie?
It's a good movie.
Go watch it. It's free on YouTube. You can watch it today.
You should.
And you definitely should. One other thing I wanted to talk about that we watched in San Leandro. On the 37th episode of Pwn, right before we left, we were talking about CG animals in these Disney movies, right? And how they're basically just lips pasted over something. And you said, I wonder if that's what they're gonna do for cats. So after getting off the road for 9 days, sleeping in tents and stuff, and we sit down and we put in the Wi-Fi passwords, it's like, alright, time to catch up on whatever I missed. What trailers have come out? Oh, the trailer for Cats.
I was the one who
come
told
out.
you, Nick. I called you into
Yeah.
the room. I
You
was like,
said, hey.
you need to see this.
We get 5 seconds in, we see what they look like, and we go, no, stop right there. Everyone come in, and we're
Yeah.
all huddled around in this bed, sitting there staring at this phone, and oh my god,
Everyone I see, at least on YouTube, I've seen a few people, all they do is complain about how awful and terrible it is, and I'd say it does not look good visually.
yeah.
But that was my first reaction to Alita, too. And later I got used to it was a good movie. I feel like this has the potential to do that. It's got a great cast. Hypothetically, it's a good
say
thing.
that the quality of animation affects the movie, but just it's so strange because they look weird. Their faces look like they're CG'd onto these cats, but the cats are human bodies. That's how the play works. Like, it's a musical, and on stage, that's what they all look like. Why are they small?
Yeah,
like, they're really small.
No. Ari pointed out there's two worlds. There's a cat world where they have like a cat hotel.
No,
and
but that's the thing is, I don't know if they're different worlds.
When the cat is rolling around in the bed and the cat is so small, why? Because it's smaller. The proportions, like it's the size of a normal cat, but like the proportions aren't. Because it's a human proportion, so the head is too small and everything looks terrible. Why can't they just do cats? I'm sure if you love musicals, it makes sense, but. It's like the Jungle Book. It's like it would look better than this.
It's meant to be like these are supposed to be bipedal cats.
Yeah, I understand.
Wait, they do walk on two legs. What the fuck?
I don't know if that's part of the mythology.
It's not part of the mythology, but that's how it was designed because it's designed to be a play.
And I understand converting, like thinking, oh, how do they do the musical? Okay, that's what we'll do for this. Except in the musical, it's not perfect because it's makeup.
It's not even a good musical, I've heard.
But like, this was for a long time the longest running musical on Broadway. Just do it the way they do it in the musical. Just do makeup. Like, I don't understand why it's these terrible CG, like, furries, you know?
It looks like Annoying Orange.
It looks worse. Like, Annoying Orange, he looks like...
An
like,
orange.
obviously it's fake, but he looks like an orange, you know?
This is an orange.
You get that from the floor?
Yeah. Here, Ari, look directly at the camera. Okay, Wes, hold up the orange.
You can't tell where I'm
Okay,
looking.
now Ari, just speak.
Hi. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love this. No way. Are you actually am I an orange?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm better CG than the movie we're talking about hypothetically. So let's, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Pump.
Okay. Well, comments. Best
Oh
comments.
wait, that's all we have time for on this
Yeah.
episode of Pwn. If you like this episode of Pwn, please watch this movie. Go watch it. It's free on YouTube and you can buy it online. Ari, what is our favorite comment?
It's not me.
Wesley. There it is.
There it is.
Ari,
Audible.
what are our sponsors?
Audible.
Audible. All right, Wesley, what are we talking about
Audible.
next time?
Spiders.
All right,
Arachnids.
we're
Black Widows.
in the end game of Pwn.
Daddy
guys.
Longlegs.
Tarantulas?
We're in the end
We'll get
game
there
of
eventually.
Pwn.
You got it. Then.
We're getting
You got
to
the
the
joke.
end. I'm sitting here having a sentimental time, and
Because
you're
we're talking about
about
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Pulp Fiction.
No.
Tarantula. Okay, anyways, we're good. Cheers. Boom.
Okay, you can go.